Central Texas field got split in half after one round of the playoffs. We went from 40 teams down to 19, so a little more than half. Uh, but we've still got some really good teams alive. For you guys, who had the most impressive win last week? And you can define that however you want: dominant, surprising, etc.
Can I
I'll let
take
Michael go
the
first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I take the low-hanging fruit here and pick China Spring? Because,
Yeah.
dude, man, so it's funny, like we obviously didn't send someone to that game, and I don't know. I mean, Dave Campbell's Texas football projected it wouldn't be close. I think they had a 20-point spread according to their little computer
Mm-hmm.
model. We all picked Bellville. I don't think any of us really gave that much thought. No disrespect to the Cougars. That's more of a testament to the Brahmas and the program they've been. They were state ranked in all of it. But as Chad mentioned, so Chad actually tweeted this too.
hmm
Um, I guess if China Spring just plays a slot T offense, they're just built to beat them because when they played state-ranked Franklin, who's still number one and rolling in 3A, they opened the year with them, beat them. Now they played another Bellville team that also runs that same kind of slot T scheme and run heavy and angles and blocking schemes and all of it. And China Spring won again. Big time, big overtime win. I was talking to Bryce about this in the newsroom a few days ago and or yesterday. The Cougars are still beat up too. This is the craziest thing. They do not have their
Yeah.
full complement of talent, and they moved up a kid late in the year from JV. Make sure I get his name here. Jack Kennedy, a sophomore. He was their JV quarterback all year. Played a few snaps late in the year on varsity. Coach Beatty told me like there were a few times where he would kind of come off the field and say like, "Whoa, this is fast," because it's a whole different speed. But he started in that playoff game. Like he was their starting quarterback.
That's a great
And
story.
I think he probably threw for maybe a little over 100 yards. He didn't have a huge day. It was definitely the Krishan Gregory show. But still, to be put in that spot and throw the go-ahead touchdown in overtime, I mean, that's huge. So that to me, that felt like the easy
Yeah,
game
what's
to
the
kind of point
story
to.
with Jackson Knapp?
So he's been kind of beaten and banged up. In fact, in the Lorena game, he had gotten banged up pretty late in that one too. So they're kind of monitoring his status and seeing if he'll be available. But the thing about this China Spring team is like whether they have him or not, they kind of like to use different guys in that spot anyway. Sometimes Krishan Gregory will just take a direct snap and kind of be the quarterback
Be the
in a sense and just
Wildcat.
run the ball. Right. David Bell is like a fullback. He's taken some direct snaps and maybe thrown the ball, maybe done some handoff stuff with
Well, they
Gregory. So
were run heavy even with Jackson Knapp.
yeah, yeah. So I don't, in terms of his status, I'm not 100% sure, but they're keeping an eye on him and hopeful that he can play.
There's
Certainly
a
an
lot of people
impressive
out
one.
there, as Joey McGuire says, football banged up. I'm feeling a little bit playoff banged up.
Right.
I mean, like you guys are probably the same way. I've done 6 playoff games in 6 different cities in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh, but that China Spring over Belleville, that would have been a genius level limb pick. If anybody
Yeah.
had thought far enough down the line of slot T and.
hmm
Uh,
How about you? What's your answer?
okay, so I got two, and they weren't necessarily upsets, but they were breaking playoff droughts, and that sometimes that can be a bugaboo. When you hadn't won a playoff game in a long time, and that was the case with Robinson, who beat Madisonville, their first playoff win since 2016. Rosebud Lott beat San Saba, their first playoff win since 2013. So congrats to those programs. It's big to get back in the win column this time of year. Now the next step is to get to Thanksgiving, which Rosebud
Yeah.
Lott has a pretty tough test in that one because they got Refugio in the next round.
It's
So
gonna be tough.
Uh, I feel like I'm going to take some low hanging fruit too and just go with La Vega. Uh,
Okay.
42-0 by district win. You know, maybe on the surface you think, well, that's what they should do, but you get to the playoffs, you're still playing good teams. Michael mentioned the stats that the LaGrange quarterback had come in with.
Off the charts. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
really good.
well over 1,000 passing, well over 1,000 rushing, like really
Yeah,
good player.
and I think, all of us have probably thought that, it was going to be a little tougher for La Vega this year with no Bryson Rowland. Obviously, he was a special, special player, a difference maker for them. And
No Ethan
yet,
Thompson.
Ethan Thompson for sure. Yeah.
yet, I mean, they still look like the La Vega team that could get to Jerry World. So, yeah, I think La Vega's very impressive.